how did you come up with the band name?
Okay, like maybe 2 years ago, I had lost my wallet, and I had gone home like right after I realized I lost my wallet, and like called up all my my bank and everything, canceled my accounts and everything, and like a couple weeks later, I got a notification. I think I checked my bank account and noticed that there was like, it was overdrafted by like $600 or something. I was like, what the hell? So I called my bank, and or no, actually I looked online to see where that had happened, and I saw that there were some checks that were written in Doral, Florida, and so they were for like, you know, someone went to the grocery store or whatever and spent like $500 or $600 on just, I don't know what, but they had my address, and they basically made these fake checks with my name and address on them. So it was just a big hassle. I guess, you know, it was identity theft, I guess. And I don't know, I think just one day I was thinking about band names, and I was like, you know what, I think Doral Thieves would be a pretty cool name. So that's kind of where the name came from. Somebody stole my identity.
Very cool. Is it easy to find other band members? You had said before that you were in another band.
Yeah, I mean, I think that being in a band, for me, I think it's better when you're close with the people you're playing with, not just musically, but like outside of that too. So I mean, I have a lot of friends that play music. Sometimes it's hard because a lot of my friends may already be in bands or may already have projects going on, and sometimes it's hard to you know, like dedicate yourself fully to like one project and then also play in another project. It's, you know, on top of whatever you do for, you know, work or whatever. So it can be hard. I've played with Madison for like almost every project I've ever done. I've played with Madison just because, you know, we live really close together and we're close friends still. So it's so yeah, playing with him has always been something I've done. In our band now, we met. I met Matt, I think, on like MySpace. Matt plays drums for us, and I think I was searching around for musicians, and I think you could at that time, like, you could search for like, you know, drummers or whatever.
Yeah.
And totally random, like I found he wasn't even from the area. He was from like New York, and I think he moved down here when he was like 16. So this was like 5 years ago, and I called him up, or I messaged him and was like, hey, you know, I'm so and so, like let's play sometime or whatever. And he ended up coming over to my house, and that's the first time we met. It was like it was kind of awkward, but it was like whatever. I really wanted to start a band. So, and at that time I didn't know any drummers that were interested in like really starting like a serious project. So so I met him through MySpace, and we had done different projects throughout the year. He had been in another band for a while called Fellow Bliss, and we actually got offered a record contract one time from these guys from Germany who had moved to Naples, and they had a demo from one of my previous projects, and they called me up and were wanting to like recruit some people to make a band. So I ended up calling Matt, and I think that was kind of the first time we really like got serious with like considering doing like a project. We didn't go through with the record deal because it wasn't a very good deal for us. So we just kept playing, and then Caleb, Madison worked with Caleb, and Madison had been telling me for like months, like, oh, this guy Caleb, he's so cool, man. He's just you know, he's really talented, and like, you know, he's really cool. And his cousin Aaron also works with them, so there's kind of a whole clique of guys. So Caleb came over to the house one day, and I think Madison was like playing drums, and I was playing guitar or bass or something, and Caleb brought his guitar stuff, and we just started jamming a little bit. And he was really cool from the start, just as a person, and then musically he was so good. Like you didn't have to tell him anything. I could just play things, and he would like he'd just kind of know what to play, you know. So that's kind of how we got together and started playing. So
very cool. So you answered a couple of those questions. Are there any issues of power or status? in your band? Do you consider yourself the leader, or do you guys not look at each other like that?
I don't really. I think that everyone, I consider everybody has their own kind of role. I think everybody brings something, and I think that we all kind of know what each other's strengths are, so we don't really try to like, downplay them or like try to, overtake those roles or whatever. I write a lot of music, and when I write music, it's usually really just basic, rough kind of stuff, and I'll bring it to the guys and be like, hey, we just kind of knock it around and see how it kind of works. I'll bring that to the table. Madison he's really social, and Matt's really good with just like, getting shows, booking shows. The most important thing is the music, like is the music good? And I think when it comes to like everyone's role with that, we all are very equal with what we're doing as far as making music and writing songs. And then when it comes to like actually organizing the project and like getting it out to people and doing stuff, we kind of all have different roles, but I think that's something we've kind of just learned about each other as we've started to kind of spend more time together. So